Thank you for joining us again today, Madahari. The last time we were together, you talked a little bit about where you're from and some of the major differences between Antigua and where you are now. And you sort of implied that there were some major adjustments that you've had to make. Along your journey, what are some of the barriers that you've had to face in the transition, coming from when you were in medical school in Antigua all the way to residency now in Illinois?
Yes, thank you. There have been, some major barriers. Nevertheless, I overcame. But it is important to mention, the different hurdles I had to go through to get to where I am. I would say one of the biggest, barriers may be specific to me or maybe generalized to many people who take this journey, is the immigration process. Now, if you're not a US citizen,
I
uh,
would not say it's specific to you.
okay,
I'm sure it's going to be able to be generalized.
all right. So I would say one of the biggest barriers I had to overcome was the immigration status, the process of going through getting my visa, and this was something it wasn't really talked about when I went to the medical school that I went to, and I think that's because the medical school is mostly set up for people coming from the U.S. to the Caribbean to study, and not really geared towards people who actually lived there. And so I had to seek out information to find out what sort of the process was for me to actually get from Antigua to the US. Specifically for Antigua, we do not have a US embassy. And so I would have had to travel to a different island, Barbados, to get my visa. And this is common for a lot of Caribbean islands who do not have a US embassy on that island. And so to couple with that, the expenses. So traveling expenses, paying for the visa, these are all the things that you have to prepare for. And, I did not come, and I'm sure a lot of people can relate, not coming from a well-off family.